I do not believe that you are as much of a hero as you claim, and I do not believe that the horde can possibly be 10,000. We will stay here. We will defend ourselves with Jameis's weapons and with our will.
You know that normally I am always up for a fight against demons, but I will not be able to help you.
Then you will not be able to help us. We will stay and we will fight. This is our home and we will defend it.
Is it not better to have the people to create a new home rather than to have a home that will fall into ruin once nobody is left alive?
We will survive this as we have survived all previous demon attacks.
I think we should go and see the elders.
Assuming they can even find us.
In terms of demon lore, the mimic, once it's dead, does it still attract?
Yeah, it does. Like you were attracted to the dead angels, they will still be attracted, yeah. But they know where it is, so if the mimic's been there that long, they know where they're going. You have to get these people out of here or they will die. And we're talking about maybe 2,000 people, give or take.
If we evacuated with the mimic in, then it would follow them. So evacuating without finding the mimic wasn't going to be successful because
Correct.
you would still know where the mimic is. So is it possible that if we moved the mimic, that it would follow the mimic?
Roll me intelligence lore, let's see what you think would happen.
1 success, 1 failure.
Okay. You're not really sure, to be honest. It might work, it might not work. It's maybe a 50-50 shot. They might follow the mimic anyway.
Right.
Maybe.
Right. As a minimum, in that case, you should get one of your more suicidal people to take the demon and lead it away from the town, because there's a possibility that the demon horde will follow up. It's a suicide for whoever does it, but at least it's not suicide for the entire town.
I am sure that Shiva will survive, and she snaps her fingers, and someone appears from the shadows who you hadn't even noticed.
Nice.
Again, impressive. 2,000 people, you're going to have a couple of impressive people, right? So she appears, she grabs the body and throws it over her shoulder, and she legs it up the tunnel as quickly as possible.
Nice. Alright, let's try to convince the blacksmith now. See what he says. That's not going to be easy, right?
Okay, you are going to head for the blacksmith's tent, and could you please roll me an intelligence melee, Adam? Judith, if you wish to, you can roll me an intelligence luck, you don't have to.
4.
If you roll an intelligence luck, it'll be threshold 10, because you're unskilled in melee.
Okay.
3 dice, I think.
So that's no successes, no fails.
Okay, you approach the tent, it's a tent. It's a blacksmith tent. Adam, these are some of the finest melee weapons you've ever seen. Genuinely, Jameis is a master. He is creating weapons tiers above anything else that you've ever seen as a Forbidden. Right. Excepting Remnants, obviously.
Yeah.
But he is creating seriously impressive weapons. You know, you have an eye for such things, being a melee fighter. You could take any of these, and it would be almost as durable as a Remnant, and it would, fantastic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He is sort of sat behind his forge. He's not working. The forge is active, but he's not working at all. Forbidden. What can I do for you?
I'm terribly sorry you had to meet in such circumstances.
I'm sorry for attacking you. My son, I hope you can understand.
Of course I do. I'm here because the matter is unfortunately pressing, and I'm sorry that I have to do that in such a time. But you might have seen the mimic, and the reason why we're here is that we've seen signs of a horde of demons coming to you, and they are following the mimic. And unfortunately, what that means for you is that you have to evacuate. I know you've fought many hordes before, and with weapons of quality, it's sure to make a dent, but this time it is definitely abnormally large. I'm thinking thousands, maybe tens of thousands of demons coming to us now.
Roll me a charisma persuasion. Judith, do you want to go off the back of that? No. Do you want to go off the back of what he said? Do you want to do anything with that?
Yes, sort of, Hero has already died. It would be a shame for the rest of the town to die through mistaken choices.
It's pretty good, actually.
You're not going to be able to defend against this. Better to have lost a couple of people and set the town up somewhere safe than to all die as a result.
Okay, both of you have a 5 threshold on this roll.
1 success.
4.
Yes, I understand. I'll get as many weapons as I can to as many people as possible as fast as I can. Please tell the elders to direct anyone who thinks they can fight here. I will make sure they're armed to the best of my ability.
I don't think you understand. You need to be armed and then leaving.
Yes. Protecting our trail, I guess.
Sorry, yes. Absolutely understand. Anyone who can fight needs to be armed, and then we need to get out. I will spread the word to anyone who arrives here that we need to leave now.
Right.
We will spread the word and we'll get to the elders now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, what you do is you start yelling, "Everyone, get ready to evacuate," to everyone, okay? When you approach the elders' tent, Akasua's going to be in there talking to them because you're telling everyone to evacuate. As you stride into the tent, she's saying to the elders, "Surely you don't go along with this. Surely you don't agree that we need to evacuate. We can fight. We've always fought before. I can protect us. We, the defenders, can protect us." Rashida, the primary elder, she is responding, "No, this fight is not one we can win. I believe the forbidden, and we must leave. Please have your defenders visit Jamis, collect any weapons that we can take with us, have everyone then organize to evacuate. We need to get moving very soon. Now, even. We're relying on you, Akosua, to make sure that everyone gets out of here alive."
I was going to say to Akasua and say, if we are wrong, then we move your people out. The demons will find an empty town. They probably won't crash it because why? And then you can come back into it. But at least you'll be alive to come back into it.
Roll me a charisma persuasion with a 3 threshold, because that's a fantastic point.
5.
She doesn't really have anything to say to that. I'm going to be honest, Adam, you're quite impressed with your apprentice at the moment. She's done a fairly good job. So, everyone is going to get ready. Now, I would say probably 2 hours have passed at this point while you've been doing all of this stuff. So you've got maybe 3 hours to get 2,000 people out of here and collecting all their belongings first. That's not going to be easy. So you've got 2 choices. You can either let the town take care of itself, go outside and try and get a better bead on the incoming horde, or you can walk around and just kind of chivvy people along, get people moving. You're quite imposing. You don't have to use intimidation. You can use esteem, Adam. Judith, you can use intimidation and persuasion to try and make people move faster, leave things behind that they don't really need, and so on.
It's probably best if they don't pack and just leave to give them more time to get away from where the demons are, because they can hopefully come back and get all their stuff afterwards. The same argument that you used with Akasua.
But yeah, I like my apprentice's point. I'll just convince them to take enough to survive for a few days or maybe a couple of weeks, and then just see if we can come back. And I'll of course be with them, be with the convoy, so I can reassure them that I can tell them the village is safe and all that.
Okay.
Just convince them that they'll be back and all that.
Adam, charisma esteem. Judith, charisma persuasion.
Looking for
7s.
Oh, sweet, I got 6.
2 successes, 2 fails. So, not very.
So, Judith, you find that your sort of lack of experience is coming across too much.
No one believes me because I'm an apprentice.
A lot of people are ignoring you. They're not really paying that much attention. They're packing up a lot. Adam, as you walk around, everyone's listening to you. You know, everyone's just like, oh, okay, I understand. But Judith, you're just not putting the point across very well. At the end of 3 hours, you've got probably 80% of the town. There's a second exit. So there's a different exit, a secret exit that's kind of a back door. They don't want to wall themselves in. So 80% of the town is out of the back door. Maybe 20% remain. The elders remain because they're not going to leave without... I mean, they're at the entrance and ready to go, but they're not going to leave until everyone's left.
Are the other 20% the people who are armed and effectively providing a rear guard?
No.
Ah.
I'm not including those. The other 20% are the 20% that you couldn't get ready in time.
Right.
So Adam was relying on you. You got a few people, but it was nowhere near everyone. Akosua comes down and says, the demons are here. They're burrowing. I don't know why, but they're burrowing down.
Is that normal demon behavior?
Roll me an intelligence law.
4.
That's a couple of exploding dice. Yes, when they want to reach an underground, some demons are capable of burrowing. There are various kinds of demons who are capable of doing that. And if they want to reach an underground thing, they won't always go through the entrance.
Right.
So, you basically have a choice at this point. You can go ahead and leave with the other 80%, or you can stay and try and defend the remains of the township while they evacuate, because they'll take what they've got and leave, but it's going to take them time.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they're scared enough now that they're just going to run for it.
Well, they will, but they'll need several minutes to get out, right? You ever seen a fire alarm in a building with 200 people?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to defend for a bit, because, you know, I mean, it's just demon.
Yeah. I'll ask Akosua if he's game for this.
She is absolutely game for this, as indeed is one of her other defenders, but that's all the help you're getting.
Okay.
So, if you could roll me an initiative, that's take 1 dice, roll it, and add it to your initiative number.
9.
11, 12, 13.
So, the defender that's remained has a pre-war rifle. Akosua has one of those awesome weapons that Jamis makes. It's a short sword. Both of you can roll me a wits and investigation as your first roll.
3.
5 successes.
Judith, you know that you're in an underground station, so there's like tunnels. From one of the tunnels, you can hear burrowing noises.
Okay. Can I head down the tunnel towards it?
Yes, you can. With 3 successes, Adam, you can just hear burrowing from various places, but you do see Judith running down in that direction.
I guess I'll just follow her.
Akosua is going to stay where she is, and she's just going to yell, I'll watch the other tunnels. And George stays with her as well. He's got a ranged weapon anyway, so it's less of a problem. As you run down the tunnel, a copperhead is going to appear.
Ooh.
It's slithering its way down through the earth. And it's going to appear right next to you, and it's going to leap straight at you, Judith, because you moved up to it very helpfully. Could you roll me a strength and brawl, please?
Okay.
Looking for 5s or better on this one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so it leaps towards you and tries to ensnare you, but you're ready for it. You actually grab the end of its tail and whip it around and throw it away, and it takes 1 pain damage as it hits the wall. At the opposite end, there's a very loud noise and a crash as something huge hits the ground. You hear a roar. Adam, you're not busy, so you turn around to look over your shoulder, and there's a berserker there. It's got metal spikes strapped all over it to make it a nastier weapon. It's not very intelligent, but it'll berserk and just wave its arms around and spike everything in sight. Finally, also near the copperhead, 2 aberrations are going to drop through the hole that it's made. Aberrations are kind of the foot soldiers of the demon army. They're both going to leap at Adam. Adam, your defense is 3?
Yes.
First one misses you entirely. So it leaps at you and you just kind of duck out the way, and it's not able to hit you. The second one tackles you and pushes you to the ground. but you are unhurt. So you're knocked on your back, but you're not hurt. Judith, you're right next to this copperhead. 2 aberrations also just dropped through.
In terms of my lore, what do I know of the dangerousness of each of them?
Roll me an intelligence lore.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
There are a few things more dangerous than a berserker. Aberrations are just the kind of foot soldiers. They're probably the least dangerous. And copperheads are very dangerous if they get close.
Right, well, the copperhead is already close to me.
Yes.
So I will grapple it and try and break its neck then.
Roll me a strength and brawl. 5 or better, please.
6.
Roll 2 dice and try and get a 9 or better.
A 9.
Okay, you walk over to where it's fallen on the floor and you just stamp on its neck with your boots of mist. Its neck just crumbles, the body writhes a little bit and then settles down. You've broken its neck.
Huzzah.
Akosua is going to yell back at the berserker and run in with her sword.
That's probably not a wise choice, Akazua.
Akosua is not the most balanced individual in the universe. No damage, though. Her sword just bounces off one of the spikes. She looked like she was going to get a good hit, but it just bounces off the spikes. They're harder than she expected. Adam.
I'll try to attack the one that's on top of me with the dagger chain to get the sharp-sided.
Pull the blades out again, yeah. And you're just gonna slice into him. Okay. Roll me a dexterity and melee, please. For any listeners, bear in mind the dagger chain allows you using melee in grapples, which is why he's allowed to do this.
Is it 5 threshold or 7?
It is a 5 threshold.
Cool, I am gonna need that. That's 4 successes.
I'm sorry, it's moving all around like blah, blah. It's not really clawing at you, but it's aware that you're attacking it, and it seems to dodge your every move. It's very annoying.
Indeed.
It doesn't do any damage to you either. George, he's going to level his rifle at the other aberration, which you two have not looked at yet. Unfortunately, he's not the best shot in the universe. Oh, but hey, only 1 shot's needed. Bang! Straight in the head explodes, and it just collapses to the floor. He's like, yes! Yes! Did you see that, Akosua? Oh, dear.
Become forbidden.